Hello and welcome back. It's Sylvia from A2Z Scraplettes, and today I won't be actually doing a scrapbook page. I'm actually working on a canvas. What the project is basically going to be that I'm going to be giving this to my son's teacher. He's been a fabulous teacher and encouraged him to learn and encouraged him to want to learn. I'm just amazed, so I wanted to give this teacher as something, as a thank you, and hopefully this will work out and it'll be something I'll be proud to do. Now, to start off with, I'm going to start with yellow oxide and might put some white in here as well. Because I want it to be manly, I don't want it to be, how shall we say, I don't want it to be a girly picture. That's going to be a bit hard for me because I tend to like all the pretty colours. So anyway, let's see. I have an idea of what I want, and to be quite honest, this is going to be my first painting type, canvas type thing. Just want to get some white here and mix it. Can you see that yet? So, I just want to basically, I'm not going to bore you with all this, but I'm basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my chipboard out here. I'm going to paint this whole canvas in this colour, the first step. I will do this all over, make sure I've got a nice coverage. And so anyway, this is all I'm going to do, basically just paint the canvas. So I will leave it there. I think you get the idea, and you'll see me back tomorrow when this is all dry. Now my canvas is now all dry. It's been a couple of days actually. And what I found was I had this back to school learn to play, all that sort of thing, and that's from A2Z SCRAPLETS. Aussie company, gotta love that. They've got a website here which I will link down below for you. And I'm not, to be quite honest, I'm not 100% sure of what I'm going to do. I've got a world map, as I said earlier. It is for, this is for my son's teacher, who's been absolutely wonderful. And I thought I'd just start by adding bits of texture. So I've got a sun here, which I'm going to use that. Well, we'll see. Put a map of Australia. Back to school, I quite like the map of Australia to go there. And I've got scraps of paper, just for texture.
I know what those scraps are from.
Texts. So I thought I might just scatter them around, flip them over a bit. Once again, no idea what I'm doing. But I will play and hopefully I will make it work. And I'm not 100% sure about what my saying is going to be, but I'll work that out later.
Thank you for being my awesome school teacher.
Not sure about this one. I guess the best thing to do is to just start gluing things down and working things from there. Alright, now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to start committing to something. And what I will start committing to is the gluing of everything down. So I'm just going to use some gel matte medium, just randomly going to stick down my bits and pieces. stuck everything down, and I had this idea. So I had to go into the shed. You have to excuse the dirty gyprock tape, but I took this out of my husband's work shed. Yeah, I'm sure if I steal some, he won't miss much. This is actually gyprock tape, but I thought I would add this, the texture. It's quite a thin netting. I'll see if I can show it close to you, see what it looks like. And it's a bit sticky on the other side. Anyway, I'll add more stuff to it. It's just called gyprock tape from Bunnings, I guess. I'm sure you will have it, or a hardware store. My next bit, after all that gyprocking tape, add some colour. Okie dokie, I'll get my colours. I think I've already worked out the colours that I want to use. So I'll go blue there. So it's rainbow maybe. I'm doing this all on the fly, so I might change my mind, but I'm not sure why I'm putting yellow oxide there, so I don't think I'm going to use it. So. Titanium white. I think I am going to go with turquoise. I didn't think I was, but I quite like that colour now. Don't know, I might put a bit of black and then mix it in with a bit of white and see what happens. I've got some antique white, I think I'm going to go with a bit of that too. Let's start with it. Rid of this burnt amber I think I put there. Add a teeny bit of this white. And I'm just going to put it. I got this scraper. I think well, you could just use it. Old credit card or rewards card or whatever. My husband's shed is no longer safe from me. I went in there and this was part of, I don't know, it was in the paint bucket basket. So I don't know if it was full putty or what, but I thought, ooh, art. I just might move this forward and stuff here. And just start scraping this lightly. I don't know if you can see that effect. There's no real method. I'm just going to go through and scrape. Just want to add a bit of colour. Do is keep going down with this colour, and then when I change colours I'll come back to you guys. Now in some places I think I'm just going to water it down. I want to blend it into the paper, I'm trying to say. So I'm just using a little makeup thing that I bought from one of those gel skins. This is working because the gel medium I was using to stick it all down, put it all over the top, did actually put a protective barrier. And now, just go over it and put a bit of water on my sponge and blend it into the page without losing the effect of the map and all that. But it's all anyway. There. So I thought I'd show you that bit. Leave that there. Now here's a sponge, a bit of water. The next colour I think I'm going to mix. What colour am I going to do? I don't know how I feel about this colour. I think it might be too dark. But if I add a bit of this antique white, yeah, I like this colour. Yes, please. A bit more blue. Yep, okay. Just going to go with this blue. Which was the pthalo blue. Where did I put it? And I think I'm going to mix in the rest of this white. Okay, I'll mix it with blue there. Just going to tone down the blues here. I added a bit too much blue. And that's okay. Made a mess of everything. Now I've decided to do a bit of burnt sienna because it's all starting to look a bit blue. I don't know what paintbrush I want to use. I'll just choose one of my gesso brushes just to see what effect that has. Oh yes, I like that. Just to tone down some of that blue. And I'm not putting a lot on my brush. Already put a little bit too much there. A little bit here. Keep forgetting the scooping. I'm just using a bit of that original colour that I think's been lost in with the blue. Just tone it down, and I think there I've just got a bit too heavy-handed. So. So now I'm just going to go over and add a bit more of that. This was the burnt amber mixed with the white. And I'm trying not to add a lot on my paintbrush, and then just flicking it through and blending it down. There, I might just leave that for now, and I might just go back and see where my mats need to be. Just taking some. Just want to see more of the map of Australia. Stencil. I want to use that, but I think I'm going to use it in antique white. Oh, I think I like that colour. I think it will blend in nicely with all the other colours. I might actually even use my stenciling brush for this, just to see what the colour that it is. And that's just the white mixed with a bit of antique linen spray with a little bit, just a tad of the burnt sienna. I'm going to use my stenciling brush in here. I'm up to my next stage. Everything's dry and I'm actually quite happy with how it's looking, and I'm surprised at the colours and how well they've blended. Now what I've done on my silhouette is I went and found a quote, and it says, "A teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, and touches a heart." What I've done is when I took it off my mat, I've put it onto transfer paper, and I just was playing around before placing it. So I'm going to start just placing it out, and I will fast forward all of this for you all. I'm going to use my liquid glue. Is my favourite heavy glue. I only want something heavy because there's so much media on this canvas, so I want something that's actually going to stick. And I find that this heavy matte super heavy gel is really good for when I've done a lot of mixed media. I just want the letters, a great teacher, to stand out a bit more. So I've got a black water pencil. Now what I'm using here is just one of these water pens. The recording and just come to the end of when I finish all this because I don't think you really want to really trace out each letter and highlight it. Now I've outlined everything in black as you saw me at the start, and it's now finished. So I'll see if I can give you a close-up. I'll start from the top, which basically says, "A teacher takes a hand," and this before I spill water over it, "opens a mind and touches a heart," and then it's just a thank you. Oh, you should see a bit of a close-up of all the work. And the colours, and that's the section that says back to school. Okay, now what am I? What I thought is I fussy cut this clock, and fussy cut this clock. Looks quite large when you bring it up close. And I was thinking of putting it on this side here. That's my plan, and I think I quite like it there. Get some time, and then give it a coating of. I'll just zoom in on that. I'll just move this so you can see the clock. And I think I quite like that effect. My table wasn't really designed for canvases, so I think just get back out of here. If I go back there, and I might just adjust this so that you can see more of where I'm going to be working, and maybe zoom it in a bit more. This way. I think it, without width, I think I really do like a bit, so let's just make the decision and stick it on. So I'll get my heavy gel medium. And I'll just pause the recording while I glue all this on. You don't really want to see all this. And what I've mixed into this palette is a bit of, let's see, what did I do? It's burnt umber and some white. And I'm just going to mix it till I get the tint that I want. And it's just, the only reason why I'm doing this is just to blend it into the page a bit more. A bit more burnt sienna. Not burnt sienna, what am I calling it? It's a burnt amber. Because at the moment it's sort of like, you can tell that it's been stuck on. Can you see that? That's the burnt umber, and it's actually, that was the white, and by just mixing and mixing until I got it, that's sort of in between colour, right, the tints that I want of the two. And I'm using a number 2 round brush. I might change it if I find that it's too hard. I'm just going to go around. The only reason I'm doing this is just to blend it more into the page, to make it look like the wheel, or the cloth I should say, the wheel is all a part of the canvas and not just stuck on there. I think I might put a bit of that blue too. Oh, no, I'll just leave it with what it is. So it's changing my mind. And just like an outline, just like I did before, but this one just helps to blend it in a bit. You don't really have to do this bit. You could leave it just stuck on, but I like the illusion that it all becomes. It just looks psychological on my part, but it all just looks like it's meant to be part of the page. You can smudge it with your fingers so that it joins it. And there we go. And I'm excited because I'm at the end of this project. I think once this is all done, I'm going to call this project for the teacher complete. This clock is actually from a Graphics 45 paper that I have, scrapbooking paper. Oh, I think this project is done. Oh, such a relief. Anyway, that's it for this. I'll show you some close-ups, I guess. Let's set up. Might turn off this one. Ooh, it's hard to see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know this is my scrapbooking page, but I've used my scrapbooking techniques in that sometimes I do stray from scrapbooking and I go into other areas, but I like to combine them. So thank you very much. And if you haven't already, I really would appreciate it if you please subscribe so I can make future videos. Thank you so much.